I let my wife's sister stay with us after her divorce. She kept flirting, my in-laws encouraged it, and I finally slept with her. Now my wife filed for divorce, took the kids, and her family pretends I don't exist. I slept with my wife's sister and destroyed everything, and honestly, I don't even know if I regret it or if I'm just angry they set me up to fail. My wife and I were together for 9 years. 2 kids, a house in the suburbs, the whole deal. Then her sister got divorced last fall. Messy one. Her ex cleaned out their accounts and moved across the country. She was broke, depressed, and had nowhere to go. My wife begged me to let her stay with us. Just for a few months, she said. Until she gets back on her feet. I wasn't thrilled, but I'm not a monster. I said yes. The first week was fine. She stayed in the guest room, kept to herself, cried a lot. I felt bad for her. But then things started shifting. She'd come down for breakfast in these tiny shorts and tank tops. Nothing under them. My wife never said anything. Her sister would lean over the counter when I was making coffee and ask me questions about work. Real close. Her hand on my arm. Laughing at everything I said. I tried to keep distance. I'm not stupid. But my mother-in-law started coming over more. And she'd make these comments. Like how her youngest daughter was still so beautiful. How any man would be lucky to have her. How my wife had really let herself go after the kids. My wife was right there when she said that stuff. She'd just smile. Nervous. Like she didn't want to start a fight with her mom. Her sister got bolder. She'd ask me to help her move furniture in her room. She'd call me when my wife wasn't home and ask me to pick her up from places. Once she came into the garage while I was working on my car. She bent down next to me, her chest practically in my face, and said I looked really good when I was all sweaty and focused. I told my wife I was uncomfortable. I said her sister needed to find her own place. My wife got defensive. Said I was being paranoid. Said her sister was just being friendly and I was making it weird. Her mom called me that same night. Told me I was being cruel. That family helps family. That her daughter needed support, not judgment. I felt like I was going crazy. But I backed off. Kept my head down. Tried to avoid being alone with her. Then one night my wife took the kids to her parents' house for the weekend. Some family thing. I wasn't invited. My mother-in-law said it was just for the women and kids. I thought it was weird, but whatever. I was happy to have the house quiet. Her sister didn't go. She said she had a headache. My wife kissed me goodbye and left. I was in the living room watching TV when she came downstairs. She was wearing this black dress. Makeup done. Hair curled. She sat next to me. Too close. Put her hand on my thigh. I should have left the room. I know that. But I was so tired. Tired of being the bad guy. Tired of being told I was wrong. Tired of my wife dismissing me. Tired of her family treating me like I was lucky to be part of their lives. She kissed me. I kissed her back. And then we went upstairs. The next morning I woke up and the guilt hit me like a truck. I couldn't look at her. I told her it was a mistake. That it couldn't happen again. She smiled. Said it was okay. Said it would be our secret. My wife came home that afternoon with the kids. She seemed happy. Relaxed even. Her sister was in the kitchen when we all walked in. She hugged my wife. Told her she missed her. I couldn't eat dinner that night. I felt sick. But I thought maybe I could just bury it. Pretend it never happened. Move on. 2 weeks later my wife sat me down. She had her phone in her hand. She was crying. She showed me screenshots. Text messages between her sister and her mom. Talking about how the plan worked. How I finally took the bait. How they knew I would. They set me up. The whole thing. My wife knew. Her mom knew. They wanted proof I was garbage so my wife could divorce me and take everything. I tried to explain, but what was I going to say? I did it. I actually slept with her sister. It doesn't matter that they manipulated me. It doesn't matter that they pushed her at me for months. I made the choice. My wife filed for divorce the next day. Took the kids to her parents' house. Got a restraining order. Said I was unsafe. Her family told everyone in our social circle that I cheated. That I pursued her sister. That I was a predator. No one believes me when I tell them the truth. They think I'm making excuses. Her family blocked me on everything. My in-laws won't let me see my kids without supervision. My wife's lawyer is destroying me in court. I lost my job because her brother works at the same company and spread rumors. I'm living in a 1-bedroom apartment. I see my kids twice a month at a facility with cameras. Her sister moved to another state. Just disappeared. My wife got the house, primary custody, and half my retirement. Her family shows up to every hearing like they're supporting a victim. I think about that night constantly. I hate myself for it. But I also hate them for knowing exactly what they were doing. For using me. For turning me into the villain they always wanted me to be. Do I deserve this for being weak enough to fall for it? Things got worse. A lot worse. I didn't think that was possible, but I was wrong. The supervised visitation facility is this gray building with fluorescent lights that hum. There's a woman who sits in the corner with a clipboard and writes down everything I say to my kids. My daughter won't look at me anymore. She's 7. My son is 4 and he still hugs me, but he asks why he can't come to my house. I don't know what to tell him. I can't say mommy's family lied and set me up because that makes me sound insane. I can't say I made a mistake because how do you explain that to a 4-year-old? My daughter asked me last week if I hurt mommy. Someone told her something. I know they did. She said grandma told her I was mean to mommy and that's why we don't live together anymore. I tried to say that wasn't true, but the woman in the corner cleared her throat. Like I wasn't allowed to defend myself. So I just said I loved her and that sometimes adults have problems they can't fix. She didn't say anything else the rest of the visit. Just colored and ignored me. My lawyer told me the restraining order is probably going to stick for another 6 months. My wife claimed I was verbally aggressive and that she feared for her safety. There's no proof. No recordings. No witnesses. Just her word. And apparently that's enough. Her family all wrote letters to the judge about how controlling I was. How I isolated her. How they always worried about her. It's all lies. Every single word. But no one cares. I found out last week that her sister is back. She didn't move away permanently. She was just hiding out until the divorce proceedings were further along. My buddy saw her at a coffee shop with my wife. Laughing. Hugging. Like nothing ever happened. I asked my lawyer if we could bring up the setup. The text messages my wife showed me that proved they planned it. He said it doesn't matter. I still cheated. That's what the court cares about. Infidelity. The why doesn't change the what. He also said my wife's lawyer is pushing for full custody. No more supervised visits. Nothing. They're claiming I'm a bad influence and that my presence is harmful to the kids' mental health. My lawyer said it's a long shot, but it's possible they could win. I haven't slept more than 3 hours a night in weeks. My brother-in-law got me fired. I already said that. But I didn't explain how bad it got. He told HR I was harassing female coworkers. Completely fabricated. But 2 women from another department came forward and said they felt uncomfortable around me. I'd never even spoken to them. I think he paid them or convinced them somehow. The company didn't want the liability, so they let me go. I can't get another job in my field. I've applied to maybe 40 places in the last 2 months. 3 interviews. All of them ended the same way. They Google me. They find something. I don't even know what's out there, but I know her family is spreading stuff online. My name. My face. Calling me a cheater. A predator. I'm working at a warehouse now. Night shifts. Loading trucks. I'm 42 years old and I'm doing work I did when I was 19. The pay is garbage. I can barely afford rent and child support. I had to sell my car and buy some beat-up sedan that breaks down every other week. My parents don't talk to me anymore. They said I embarrassed the family. That I should have known better. They didn't ask for my side. They just stopped calling. I have one friend left. Everyone else believed my wife's version. Or they didn't want to get involved. He's the one who saw her sister at the coffee shop. He told me I should leave. Just move to another state and start over. But I can't. The custody agreement won't let me take the kids and I can't leave them. Even though I barely see them. Even though my daughter hates me now. I went to my wife's parents' house 2 weeks ago. I know I wasn't supposed to. The restraining order says I can't go within 500 feet. But I was desperate. I just wanted to talk to my wife. To ask her why. To ask her if it was worth it. Her dad answered the door. He didn't say anything. Just stared at me. Then he pulled out his phone and started recording. He said I was violating the restraining order and he was calling the cops. I left before they showed up, but my lawyer called me the next day. My wife's lawyer filed a motion. They're saying I'm unstable. That I'm dangerous. That I can't follow court orders. There's a hearing next week and my lawyer thinks I might lose the supervised visits entirely. I don't know what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking. I just wanted answers. My wife's mom sent me an email last week. It was the first time anyone from that family contacted me directly since everything fell apart. She said I should sign away my parental rights. That it would be easier for everyone. That the kids would be better off without me. That I could walk away and start fresh somewhere else. She said if I really loved my kids I'd let them go. I deleted it, but I can't stop thinking about it. Part of me wonders if she's right. If my daughter is better off not having a dad who screwed up this badly. If my son is better off not remembering me at all. But I can't do it. I can't sign those papers. They're all I have left. I saw my wife at the last court date. She looked good. Hair done. New clothes. She didn't look at me once. Her sister was there too. Sitting in the back. She was smiling. Actually smiling. Like this was all some kind of game and she won. I wanted to scream. I wanted to stand up and tell the judge everything. About the setup. About the text messages. About how they pushed her at me for months. But I didn't. I just sat there. Because what's the point? No one believes me. No one cares. I'm the cheater. That's all that matters. My lawyer said the divorce should be finalized in another month. My wife is getting everything. The house. The cars. Primary custody. Most of my paycheck. I'll be left with nothing. He said I should be grateful I'm even getting supervised visits and that I should stop pushing or I'll lose that too. I asked him if there was any way to prove they set me up. He said even if we could, it wouldn't change anything in family court. Infidelity is infidelity. The court doesn't care about entrapment or manipulation. They care about the kids. And right now my wife looks like the victim and I look like the bad guy. He's right. I know he is. I drove past my old house last night. I didn't stop. I didn't get out. I just drove past. The lights were on. I could see my kids' toys in the yard. My son's bike. My daughter's scooter. There was a car in the driveway I didn't recognize. My wife is probably already seeing someone. Her family probably set that up too. I don't know why I'm writing this. I guess I just needed to tell someone. To say it out loud. That I'm drowning and no one cares. That I made one mistake and it cost me everything. That they knew exactly what they were doing and I walked right into it. I have the hearing next week. My lawyer thinks I'm going to lose the visits. He said I should prepare myself. That I should think about what I'm going to do after. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't have a plan. I don't have anything. My daughter won't talk to me. My son is going to forget me. My wife got everything she wanted. Her family is celebrating. And I'm alone in a one-bedroom apartment that smells like mold, working night shifts at a warehouse, wondering if any of this was ever real. If she ever loved me. If her family ever saw me as anything other than a placeholder. If I was always just the villain waiting to happen. I think about that night constantly. I hate that I gave them exactly what they needed. That I was weak. That I let them win. But I also think about how calculated it was. How cruel. How they destroyed my entire life and walked away clean. And I don't know which feeling is stronger. The guilt or the rage. I lost the supervised visits. The judge said I violated the restraining order and showed a pattern of disregard for court orders. My lawyer barely put up a fight. He told me afterwards that I did this to myself. That showing up at her parents' house was the stupidest thing I could have done. He's right. I know he is. But that doesn't make it hurt less. I'm not allowed to see my kids at all now. Not until I complete an anger management course and a psych evaluation. Both cost money I don't have. My lawyer said it could take 6 months. Maybe longer. By then my son won't remember me. My daughter already doesn't want to remember me. My wife looked relieved when the judge made the ruling. She actually smiled. Her whole family was there. Her parents. Her brothers. Her sister. They all smiled. Like they'd won something. I guess they did. The divorce finalized 3 days later. I got the papers in the mail at my apartment. I sat on the floor and read through them. Everything's gone. The house. The savings. My retirement account. She got 70% of everything because the court said I caused the breakdown of the marriage through infidelity. My child support payments are more than my rent. I did the math. After support and taxes I'm left with about $600 a month. That's for food, gas, utilities, everything. I don't know how I'm going to survive. I asked my boss at the warehouse if I could pick up extra shifts. He said they're actually cutting hours. The economy's bad. If anything I might get less work next month. I started selling stuff. My tools. My old camping gear. A watch my grandfather gave me. I got maybe $400 total. It's something. But it's not enough. I tried to get a second job but no one's hiring. Or they are and they just don't want me. I put in applications at fast food places. Gas stations. Nothing. I think my wife's family is still spreading stuff about me. I don't have proof but I can't think of any other reason why no one will hire me for a basic minimum wage job. My friend stopped answering my calls last week. I don't know why. Maybe his wife told him to stay away from me. Maybe he just got tired of hearing me complain. I don't blame him. I'm tired of me too. I got evicted yesterday. I couldn't make rent. The landlord was nice about it. Said he understood but he had bills too. Gave me until the end of the week to get out. I don't have anywhere to go. I called my parents. My mom answered. She said they couldn't help me. That I made my choices and now I had to live with them. She said she had to go and hung up. I'm sleeping in my car now. It's not that bad. I've been parking in different spots so no one notices. There's a gym nearby that's open 24 hours. $10 a month. I can shower there. Keep my work clothes clean. The warehouse guys don't know yet. I've been careful. But I don't know how long I can keep this up. I saw my wife 2 days ago. I was sitting in my car in a grocery store parking lot trying to figure out what I could afford to eat. She pulled up 3 spots away. Didn't see me. She got out with some guy. Tall. Clean cut. He had his hand on her back. They were laughing. I watched them walk into the store together. He opened the door for her. She touched his arm and smiled. I sat there for maybe 20 minutes. Just staring. Then I started the car and left. I don't even feel angry anymore. Just empty. Like someone scooped everything out and left a shell. I thought about driving to her parents' house again. Not to confront anyone. Just to see my kids. To watch them play in the yard. But I can't. The restraining order. The court. I'd lose any chance I've left of ever seeing them again. So I didn't. I've been thinking about what my mother-in-law said. About signing away my rights. About walking away and starting over. I looked into it. It's not that simple. I'd still owe child support. I'd still be on the hook financially. I just wouldn't have any claim to my kids. But maybe that's better. Maybe they're better off thinking I'm gone than knowing I'm living in my car in a grocery store parking lot. I don't know anymore. I don't know anything. The anger management class starts next week. I borrowed money from a payday loan place to pay for it. The interest rate is insane but I didn't have a choice. If I don't do the class I'll never see my kids again. Not that it matters. They don't want to see me anyway. I keep thinking about that night. The night I slept with her sister. I replay it over and over. Looking for the moment I could have stopped it. The moment I could have walked away. There were so many moments. And I didn't take any of them. I gave them exactly what they wanted. And now I have nothing. Someone found out I'm living in my car. One of the guys from the warehouse saw me brushing my teeth in the gym parking lot at 5 in the morning. He didn't say anything to me directly, but word got around. My supervisor called me into his office yesterday and asked if everything was okay at home. I lied. Said I was fine. Just like working out early. He didn't believe me, but he didn't push it either. The anger management class is a joke. It's me and 7 other people in a room at a community center. The instructor keeps talking about identifying triggers and taking responsibility for our actions. Last week she made us go around and share what brought us there. Most of the guys had assault charges or domestic violence arrests. When it was my turn, I said I made some bad decisions and now I'm trying to see my kids again. She asked what kind of bad decisions. I didn't want to say it in front of everyone, but she kept pushing. So I said I cheated on my wife. One of the guys laughed. Said I deserved whatever I got. The instructor told him that wasn't helpful, but she didn't exactly disagree. I've been going to the classes. Doing the worksheets. Saying the right things. But I don't think it's going to matter. My wife's lawyer already filed a motion to extend the no contact order. They're claiming I'm not making sufficient progress and that I pose a continued risk to the family. My lawyer said we can fight it, but it'll cost money I don't have. He suggested I represent myself. I asked him what my chances were. He said slim to none. I got a message last week from someone I used to work with. Before I got fired. She said she heard what happened and wanted to check on me. I thought maybe she actually cared. We met for coffee. She seemed nervous. Kept looking around like someone might see us together. Then she told me why she really wanted to meet. Her boyfriend works with my brother-in-law. He told her that my wife's family has been actively reaching out to anyone connected to me. Telling them to stay away. Saying I'm dangerous. That I'm unstable. That I might hurt someone. She said she believed me when I said I didn't do what they're claiming. But then she said she couldn't be seen with me. That her boyfriend would be upset. That it could cause problems for her. She left money for her coffee on the table and walked out. I sat there for maybe an hour. Just staring at nothing. My car broke down 3 days ago. Timing belt. The mechanic said it'll cost $1,200 to fix. I don't have $1,200. I don't have $12. I told him I'd have to think about it. He said he could hold it for a week, but then he'd have to charge me storage fees. I can't get to work without a car. The warehouse is 20 miles from where I've been parking. There's no bus route. I called my supervisor and explained. He said he understood, but if I missed more than 3 shifts he'd have to let me go. I've missed 2. I tried walking yesterday. Made it about 8 miles before my legs gave out. Sat on the side of the road for 2 hours before I gave up and called a rideshare. Cost me $40 I didn't have. I didn't make it to work. That's 3 shifts. I think I'm about to lose my job. Again. My son's birthday is next week. He's turning 5. I'm not allowed to contact him. Can't send a card. Can't call. Can't drop off a present. The restraining order covers all forms of contact, including through third parties. I bought him a little toy truck anyway. It's sitting in my car. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I just wanted to have something. To feel like I was still his dad. I've been thinking about what happens when the payday loan comes due. I can't pay it back. The interest has already doubled what I borrowed. They've been calling me. Leaving messages. I stopped answering. I looked up what happens when you default. Wage garnishment. Court judgments. More debt. I'm already drowning. This is just going to pull me under faster. I drove past my old house last night. I know I shouldn't. I know it's stupid. But I couldn't help it. The lights were on. I could see movement inside. My wife. That guy she was with at the grocery store. He was in my house. With my kids. Playing the role I used to play. I parked down the street and watched. My daughter came to the window. She was laughing at something. Looked happy. Happier than I've seen her in months. My son ran past behind her. Chasing something. Also smiling. They're better off without me. That's what everyone keeps saying. And watching them through that window I think maybe they're right. But it doesn't make it hurt less. I got an email this morning from my wife's lawyer. They're filing for full termination of my parental rights. They're using my current living situation as evidence that I'm unfit. That I can't provide a stable environment. That my presence in the kids' lives is detrimental to their well-being. The email said if I contest it they'll drag me through another court battle I can't afford. If I agree they'll waive the remaining child support. I'd be released from all financial obligations. I'd be free. I'd also never see my kids again. Not at graduation. Not at their weddings. Never. The lawyer said I have 2 weeks to decide. Sign the papers and walk away. Or fight and lose everything anyway. I don't know what to do. I can't afford a lawyer. I can't afford to fight. But I can't sign away my kids. My phone has been ringing all day. The payday loan place. The mechanic. The warehouse asking why I didn't show up. I let it ring. I don't have answers for any of them. I'm sitting in my car in a parking lot writing this on my phone. It's dark out. Cold. I have maybe a quarter tank of gas left and no money to fill it up. No job. No home. No family. No future. And in 2 weeks I have to decide if I'm going to fight for kids who don't want me or sign papers that erase me from their lives completely. I keep thinking there has to be a way out of this. Some angle I'm missing. Some move I haven't made yet. But I can't see it. All I see is my wife's family smiling in that courtroom. Her sister in the back row watching me fall apart. My wife with her new boyfriend in my house with my kids. They destroyed me. Completely. And they're going to get away with it. Unless I figure something out in the next 2 weeks.